valley of the shadow of death. There's no light in the valley of the shadow of death. There's a darkness that takes over. There's a fear that overcomes. He said, yea, though I walk in the valley of the shadow of death, I will not fear. Why? Because, Lord, you're with me. I know this morning, whenever that darkness comes by the hand of God and you have that walk with the Lord, the Israelites at this time were not scared. The Israelites at this time did not know what was coming, but they knew the hand of God was moving. They didn't know what the Lord was going to do, but charity, they knew God was in control, and the Lord would not let them see something that they could not endure. They've been through 8 plagues that did not do them any harm. They've been through 8 plagues that to reach out and destroy the world they were a part of, but yet they left their house in order. The Word of God says there's not a weapon formed of man that'll bring a harm to your head when you're inside the will of God. The world may look dark and bleak, but the hand of God is greater. The Word said, greater is He that is in me than he that is in the world. And when God begins to open up and give us the floodgates of glory, He said there'll not be room enough to receive it. When God begins to move even in the darkness, we know it's still God.
Yes, amen.
There's not enough room that we can see by the flood of the Lord, the presence of God, the comfort and joy of the Lord, even in the midst of the darkness that comes upon us. We know that God is still there and moving. Moses stretched forth in obedience his hand toward heaven. As Moses began to stretch his hand toward heaven, God began to deal with Egypt. And there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt there 3 days. Now, I don't know if the darkness in your life does for you what it's done for me. But see, there was a darkness that I went through before I got saved that I thought, man, I don't know how in the world, looking back, I've been alive this long.
Yeah.
You know, I've buried the numbers in my dashboard of my car more times than I can count. And my numbers said 145. I see that thing flying. All it takes is a little tweaking, a little supercharger, and I promise you, even a 4-cylinder will do 160. Yeah, I ran from the policeman. My youngins ain't in here, so if you tell them that, I'll deny it. I have. Been several walkie-talkies couldn't catch me, Brother Jimmy. Look back on stupid things that I've done. I should have never been where I'm at today. Some decisions that I made when I didn't know what was best for me. I'm thankful this morning somebody was praying for me. Yeah. I'm thankful this morning that God had a plan for me. In the midst of the darkness in my life that I had created when I could see no hope, in the midst of the hope that was there, I can tell you the only hope that I had was a hope in a grandma who was praying, a hope in a mama who was praying, a hope in somebody there in my life that was praying for me, because there was no hope in my actions. I didn't deserve what God gave me. I didn't deserve what God did for me. I didn't deserve His hand of mercy time and time again. In the midst of the darkness I was going through, looking for somebody to marry, going in those days that I was going to find a mate. I was going to find a wife. I was going to find a family. And I was still not doing anything to better my situation. I was not doing anything for my career. I was not doing anything for the future. I was living life in the fast lane and doing everything I wanted to do. I was not listening to what God needed me to do. And I was traveling in a world of darkness. I could not see my hand in front of my face. I didn't know what was up. I didn't know what was down. But there's pleasure in sin for a season. And the devil will do all he can do to convince me and you that it's a good time. And we're having a good time. And we're through a good time. And it's going to go right on and right on. Until one day you find yourself in a darkness that is so thick and so full that you can feel it in your life. And you know that you've done it. And the devil's helped you do it. And you look back and there's a wife on her knees praying. And you're walking out the door. There's a daughter beside her that you're about to walk out on. There's a mama praying. There's a grandma praying. And the darkness that I'm walking through, that I'm accustomed to, has got a hold of me in a way I can't let go of. It's so thick, it's so full. I can't find my way back. But God, in the midst of my darkness, He knew what I needed and called me out of it. And that's what we as a church today have got to have a hold of, with eyes wide open, knowing God's the only way out.
Yes, amen, brother.
You can see Him play this day, praying, calling out your name.
Listen, Lord.
And know they're praying for you, but can't find your way to them. Why? Because I'm going to tell you something. The only light that'll light your path ain't the family that you carry. It ain't the family that you have. It ain't the friends. It ain't your church. The only light that you'll have in your life is right there. The Word of God said it'll be a lamp unto your feet and a light into your path. Why? Because it'll hide the words of the Lord in your heart that you might not sin against the Lord. It'll cause a relationship in you that you never knew was possible in the darkness that you were a part of. As the devil began to open up the door in Egypt, he wanted to tell every one of them in the midst of the darkness they were going through, just like you and I. It was no different for them. How many places have you been in where nobody was there to talk you down? Nobody was there to bring you out. Nobody was there just to be an ear for you to talk to, an ear being a shoulder to try on or lean on. The old devil began to talk to you. You know, you've done so much. You're not worth what he did on Calvary. That wasn't for you. That was for good people. Isn't that what he does?
Oh, yeah.
And turn around and look and say, look how many times you've stumbled. Look how many times you've fallen flat on your face over and over. You think one more chance is going to be enough for you. And total darkness takes over your life. And you begin to find that you can't even wade your way through it anymore. You can't see your way through it anymore. There's a common scene talking about in Egypt, and it's a sandstorm that is so thick and so full that it clouds and hides the light of day. And many scholars believe that's what the Lord calls in the plague, in the 8th plague that ended with a rushing mighty wind, where God took all the locusts and drove them into the Red Sea. And they believe that rushing mighty wind sat over Egypt and began to move. It doesn't matter to me if he hid the sun or if he blew the wind. The Word of God said that there was a darkness that came over them, and God wanted to produce something in them to let them see, as the darkness that is in this world enters into your life, there's only one way out of it. There's only one opportunity this morning, and you can let the darkness that you're in defeat you, or you can let the hand of God move and release it unto God and let him move in your life and let God receive you unto himself. He said that we may be able, not only on this side, but on the other side, spend eternity with our Lord.
Yes, amen.
Only one way out this morning. With eyes wide open, God began to deal with Egypt. He brought forth 3 days. Yeah, I don't know about y'all, but I have 12 hours that I deal with. You got 12 hours of daylight for the most part that you try to do all your work in. And then you got 12 hours of extra time that you try to have family time, you try to do your odds and ends, run your errands and sleep. So you divide days and nights. They had 6 nights. If you got time, you ask Brother Dale, ask Brother Matt, ask Brother Gerald, ask Brother Roy. I believe even Brett could tell you what 2 weeks days, 2 weeks nights feels like on swing shift. Ask Butch, I know he knows. 2 weeks days, 2 weeks nights, 2 weeks days, 2 weeks nights. It'll mix you up so bad. You don't know whether you're coming or going. It'll mess your internal clock up. You don't know when to sleep. You don't know when to wake. You don't know when to run errands. You don't know when to accomplish your day. You don't know when to put your hand to the grindstone or when to get up. And a lot of these nurses in here know what I'm talking about also. When they've been called in the midnight hour to run in and take care of something and work a shift out of the ordinary. But the Word of God said here they were in darkness. For 6 nights in a row. There was no days. It was 6 nights in a row is what it was. The Word of the Lord said complete darkness. They could not see the hand in front of their face. For 6 nights they began to look. For 6 nights they began to search. The Word of God said, here they were. They saw not one another. They saw not one another. Hold on just a minute here. The Word of God said they poured out utter darkness in the last days upon the seed of the beast. But before that happens, the Word of God said, but the children of the kingdom shall be cast out into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth. So the Lord referred to outer darkness, complete darkness for eternity. He was teaching his disciples about something, and that's how he described hell. So here they were, 6 nights in a row, 3 complete days. 12 hour after 12 hour, night after night after night. 3 complete days. They saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days. Now, I've heard a lot of folks to say you can't take the Word of God literally. I don't know how else to take it.
Yeah.
for my sin, I'm going to take that literally.
That's right.
And the Word of God said His blood shed for me, that I could have salvation for eternity. I'm going to take that literally. Therefore, I'm going to take this verse literally, because He said from cover to cover that you take every verse of that onto your life and believe every bit of it, you believe none of it.
Yeah.
So as the Word of God said, here He is, He said, they saw not one another. They were completely surrounded, engulfed by darkness. Well, they had lights, right? Well, in the midst of the sandstorm in those times, they didn't even have folds to close the windows with. They didn't have doors to close the doors good. They didn't have things to separate them from one another. But this separated them from one another. They didn't have the means to completely close off from each other. Yet here the Word of God said they saw not one another. I don't believe they had a flame that flickered, because I believe every one of them had gone out. I don't believe they had light number one, because I don't believe they could have gotten the light at that moment. The Word of God said they couldn't see their hand in front of their face, and it came upon them like that. I don't know about you, but I don't remember which pocket I put my spare matches in. And if I can't see my hand in front of my face, I'll tell you like this. Have you ever panicked and tried to do something? Have you ever panicked and tried to do something you're familiar with? Lighting a match is an easy task. Starting a fire is an easy task. But I guarantee you at this moment, the panic they took in, the panic that had overtaken every member of that Egyptian household was far more than they could comprehend. There was no light there, because at that very moment, I bet you everyone was going, am I alive or am I dead? What is this that we're going through? Will I ever come out of it? See, I've used those same words in my life. I've been in situations where I said, will I ever see the other side? Will I ever come out on it? Will I ever be over this? Will it ever come to pass that I see this put behind me? Will I ever see the light at the end of the tunnel? Will I ever come to the day when this is no longer an issue? The darkness that overcame them and overtook them, the Word of God said was so thick and so full that they could feel it. Well, if they could feel it, then everything felt wrong. If they could feel it, then nothing felt right. If they could feel that overwhelming sense of darkness, then there was no hope. There was no solution. There was no answer. And if that's what they could feel at this very moment, then they were worried about life. They were worried about death. Here he was. The Word of God said 3 days. Moses had given Pharaoh what he had asked for, because he wouldn't bow to the Lord. He wouldn't bend to the Lord. They'd asked for things Pharaoh wouldn't give them. They saw not one another, neither rose he from his place for 3 days. But all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. The Word of God said not any rose from his place, took his seat, sat there in his seat, and in the darkness couldn't find his way to do anything. I know people who have been in darkness in their life for years, sitting in the house of God and are not doing a thing. Content with where they are, knowing there's enough light in the pew in front of them. But the Word of God said complete and utter darkness took over the lives of the entire people. There is coming a day, if you're not filled with the light of the Lord, darkness is going to overcome you. There's coming a day that hell is real. I want to tell you this morning, the glory of God is real also. But there's coming a day, if you're not saved, if you're not under the blood, if your sins have not been washed away, there's coming a day that the Lord will call His children home to be with Him. The Word of God says, so shall we ever be with the Lord at that time. But if you are in complete darkness here, if you've not seen complete darkness, there was 3 days of guilt and shame, 3 days of writing, 3 days of gnashing, 3 days of just thinking, 3 days of their own conscience, 3 days of just torment, 3 days of not moving, 3 days of death and destruction, 3 days in darkness. And we're talking this morning about your eternity. And 3 days was enough to harden the heart, soften the heart, and harden the heart of Pharaoh over and over and over. How do you think we're going to react if we're taking this thing lightly and we're not prepared for eternity?
Right, right.
3 days. It sounded like hell to me. I've given you 2 words, one from Revelation and one from Matthew. The Word of God gave us a description of what they were going through. Sounded like hell. It's exactly what it sounded like. There was nobody around them to help them. There was nothing but complete darkness. There was a torment there. But I will promise you one thing. The weeping, the wailing, the gnashing of teeth. I don't know about you, but if you closed your eyes and I begin to moan and I begin to scream, would that get your attention? If I begin to wail and I begin to weep, I begin to call out and I begin to curse every family member I had. I begin to curse God. I begin to curse heaven and her. I begin to do everything I could do because I didn't know where I was standing, and I'd be willing to do whatever just to find a little bit of light one more time. Curse it all. If I can't have it, it doesn't mean anything to me. What would that do to you in the other room, Noah? You could hear me crying. You could hear me weeping. You could hear me wailing. And you were going through the same thing over and over. But the darkness had overtaken you as well to the point you could do me or you no good. Separated completely. Yet as close as they've ever been. In the same household. Yet never farther from each other. Separated by complete darkness. Completely alone. The Word of God said, but all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. Hold on just a minute here. They saw not one another, the Egyptians, neither rose any from his place for 3 days. But all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. I don't know about y'all, but we've done this before. I don't care how far away you get. If you can extinguish every star, if you can extinguish every ray of sunshine bouncing off the moon, if you can get into a building and cover and close every window, I don't care what it takes to do that. If you can do that, it is complete darkness where you're at. And you go over yonder. If we could do that in this sanctuary this morning, and Alex was to bend down back there and get in the floor where he's at, and he was to strike a match. I don't care where you get in this sanctuary, you could see the light from that match. It would shine. It would be bright enough, even a little flicker from a match would be enough. You could see it from every inch of this sanctuary. It wouldn't be enough for me to read by up here by any means, but I could see that light. Yeah. I could know that light was there. And the Egyptians were covered and surrounded in complete darkness to the point that they couldn't even see the light across the way. They couldn't see the light that was across the yard. They couldn't see the light in the kingdom. And it said every dwelling, and there was millions of members. Every dwelling was there, and they couldn't even see the light in those dwellings. Every member of the children of Israel, it said they had light in their houses, and the lights were on and burning. I want to tell you, child of God, this morning, there's a time when you witness to somebody, and they won't be able to see your light because of the darkness in their life. There's a time coming in your life, if you've not yet experienced it, when you give the Word of God, you give a testimony, you give Jesus on the cross, you give the blood, you give it all. You spread the good news, you spread and share the gospel, and they won't listen. And you say, why? Why won't they listen? Because the darkness in their life has consumed them to the point that they cannot see the hope. They cannot see the light. They don't want to see the hope. They don't want to see the light. They have nothing in their life. They are nothing. The devil's convinced them that's where they stand. And it's our job to love them and show them that there is still light in this dark and dying world. And his name is Jesus. And he lives in me. He lives in you. And if you give him the chance today, he wants to come in and make you his home.
Yes, amen, brother. Yes.
Continue. Continue. The Word of God said they that persevere through one round are the ones that are blessed with eternity, right? Wrong. The Word of God said they that persevere, they that press on to the end. And it doesn't matter if it's 12 rounds or 55 rounds in your life. But if you live to see 98, God said they that persevere to the end, the same shall be blessed. The same shall be saved. It doesn't matter how old you are. It's not the way you start off, it's the way you finish. Because the Word of God called out to them. He began to tell them the Israelites had light in their dwellings. He was comforting them. As a child of God, the Lord brings it to us. And the 6 nights that the Egyptians were going through, they were lost and undone without the Lord. They didn't have the Lord in their life. They didn't have Him in their place. They didn't have Him in their residence. And here it was, God was dealing with the Egyptians. And the Word of God said in verse 24, Pharaoh called unto Moses and said, Go ye serve the Lord. Only let your flocks and your herds be stayed. Let your little ones also go with you. And Moses said, thou must give us also sacrifices and burnt offerings. Before we go into that, give me just a second here. Moses told Pharaoh what was going on, and Pharaoh saw the plague that was happening. Total darkness had consumed Pharaoh's house. Moses went back to Pharaoh. It sounded like the light was only in Moses' house, but it sounded like the light was in Moses because he made his way back to Pharaoh. So as he came into Pharaoh's presence, Pharaoh said, take your children, take your people, leave your flocks and your herd and go. Get out. Just go. That's what you wanted. God's moved too much and we can't deal with this. Just go. Moses said, I don't know what God's going to call me to do. I don't know what He's going to call me to do because He just told me to leave. He told me and His people to get up and to go. We're going to be obedient. But see, God's called us to be good stewards. And we can't let the darkness in the folks' lives around us confuse us. God's called us to be good stewards with what He's given us this morning. You know, as my wife testified earlier, that we've given folks time and time again that have been out on addiction, whether we trusted they'd do what was right with the dollar, whether we didn't know what they were going to do, and we've given to so many that have run straight back to the dealer's house or run straight to the package store and received their blessing. We've seen so many of them that have squandered the dollars that we've given them, and they weren't as hungry as they said they were because they didn't get a morsel of food with the dollar that you give. God calls us to be good stewards with our money, and we see that investment going, and we see that investment leaving. I'll give you testimony. I helped out one brother. I didn't walk down with $4 in a while. He was strung out on crack, and now he's in jail, but he got strung out on heroin. I know him better than I know myself just about. A dear brother, he was a licensed and an ordained minister in the Church of God, and he's strung out on drugs. The only place he's gone back to now is the darkness he got saved in behind prison walls. The only place he got cleaned up because Daddy's at home right now knowing that he can't do anything for his son, but he's praying, Lord, at all costs, save my boy. So God put him right back, allowed him to go through the same thing, and put him in the same place where he got his heart right with God, because there's no other outlet in this world to confuse him. There's no outside distractions. There's no outside hindrances. There's nothing in his way. And God will do that for you and I. We'll begin to pray and not let the darkness of those around us hinder what God wants to do for us. If we'll not let the darkness and Brother Sam's life come across his judgment and our own, but we'll pray for Brother Sam and bring him out of that and bring him back into the light and help him stay in the midst of the light. Then we together can take that light to everybody else. But when we allow the light in our lives to flicker, be extinguished because of the darkness in somebody else's life, the decisions we make are not right by the will of God. Moses didn't allow Pharaoh's darkness to cloud his judgment. He didn't allow what Pharaoh was going through to get the best of him and cause him to make a rash, hasty decision. He said, no, God told me to take His people and to take everything that belonged to Him and pack up and go on. And that's what we're going to do. And Pharaoh said, no, you're going to leave your herd. You're going to take your little ones. See, Pharaoh wanted to keep their wives and the children and just send them in. Go ahead. And then he changed his mind about that. And then he changed his mind. Now I'm going to tell you something. Isn't that the way things are this morning? We got folks that will call us over and over and over and want to negotiate, and they want to, let's make a deal with God. Lord, if you'll do this, then I'll do that. Lord, if you'll let this, then I'll let that. Lord, isn't that something? God doesn't make deals this morning. He said the best that He had for us to the cross of Calvary. God does not make deals with you and I, or we would realize this morning how many of us promised God, if you'll save my soul, I'll serve you. And we turn our back on Him time and time again, and He's still right there. God doesn't make deals. God loves us unconditionally. He loves us eternally, and He wants us to hold to that and hold true to what He has for you and I. That's right. He doesn't make deals with us this morning because His ways are higher than our ways. They're not for our understanding. So how could we make a deal with God when we don't even know what's best for us? So as the Lord began to open up the eyes of Pharaoh, the Word of God said He already hardened Pharaoh's heart several times. And every time Pharaoh was going through something, what did he do? He called on Moses. Moses, I need help with healing. Moses, we got to drink his blood. Moses, all we got is locusts in the field. Moses, all we got is lies. Moses, all we got is frauds. Moses, all we got is... Moses is sitting here going, but you don't have God. You've got all this darkness and all these plagues in your life that are getting the best of you. And you're calling on me. And I've brought to you and your rescue every time what I've been trying to give you since the first time. All it takes is God. He's the light. The Word of God says in Him there's no variableness of turning. You know why? Because if you take a lighter or a match and turn it, the flame flickers. It changes. But there's so much light in God, and God is so much light. It doesn't matter how you turn Him, He does not change. It doesn't matter what angle you see Him from, He does not change. He is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. He does not change. And Moses said, I change, you change, our circumstances change, but God doesn't change. You're in darkness that's getting the best of you, and you want to make a deal with God, but I don't know what God's got for me to do. I know what He told me to do. Take all of your belongings, take all of my people, take all of their belongings, get up out of Egypt and come serve. I'll take nothing less than what God told me to take. And I'll take nothing more than what God told me to take. Moses reached the place there. Eyes were wide open. Pharaoh had never had so much of an opportunity to see what God was doing. Thou must give us also sacrifices and burnt offerings, that we may sacrifice to the Lord our God. You know, I wrote something down there. What will it take to do God's will? I wrote that in my Bible, right by verse 25. Complete darkness had overcome the children of Israel. Complete darkness had overcome the Egyptians. Yet the Israelites were not affected by it because they had the Lord on their side. What would it take in your life to do the will of God? And here it was, Moses already had it. But if he'd not thought things through, he might have let somebody else have it and walked off and left. Are we careful this morning to see what God's done in our life and the blessings He's given us to do the will of God? Our cattle also shall go with us. There shall not be a hoof left behind, for thereof must we take to serve the Lord our God. We know not with what we must serve the Lord until we come thither. For the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart. He would not let them go. Pharaoh said unto him, Get thee from me. Take heed to thyself. See my face no more. For in that day thou seest my face. Thou shalt surely die. There's darkness in the lives of those that we're trying to witness to. The Word of God said in the last days that He would allow the folks to live the life that they want to live out of the lust of their own hearts and enticements. Their own temptations. He would turn them over to a reprobate mind. He would harden their heart and let them live their own life the way they see fit to live it. Moses told him, I've got to do the will of God regardless of the darkness in your life. So there comes a time, one of the hardest things I've ever had to do is walk off leaving somebody knowing they lost to go down without the Lord and I've done all I can do. I feel like I've given all I can give. Just won't listen. Lord, I may never see him again. I could take him and pray for him, sure, but I have my hands on him right here and I didn't want to leave him. What you reckon Pharaoh thought? What you reckon Moses thought of Pharaoh? If he loved the Lord the way he said he loved the Lord, then he wasn't thinking he'd be dirty. He was thinking, my friend, my brother, see a few chapters ago in the Word of God, He created us both. We came back to Adam and left us the same. And here He is putting you in complete darkness so He can get your attention, so He can draw you out of Egypt along with us. I know you're not in slavery. I know you're over in the palace. But how good does that palace look in your complete darkness? How good are the amenities of your home when you can't see them to enjoy them? How's the laps in the pull-out back feel when you can't find it? How's that golden chariot riding when you Pharaoh? How's the love you have for your wives? How's the love you have for your children? How's the love you have for yourself when you can't see it and it doesn't exist? See, when you close your eyes, nothing else matters. How will it be with you tonight when you lay your head on your pillow and you close your eyes? If it's for the last time, what else matters? Preacher, get mighty firm this morning. I am, because I want to see something this morning in myself. I want to know that I'm not letting the darkness of anybody else's life cloud my judgment with the Lord. I'm not callous and content the way that I was living. I am not doing anything but looking forward to go where God has told me to go, and I'm taking everything that I can take to do the will of God along with me. I want to know the terrors of the night that bother the darkness of those who don't know the Lord never come back to hold me. I want to know in the midst of my sin where the Lord found me. I don't go back to Egypt. I don't go back to the chains of bondage. I want to do all I can do right now to separate myself from God's use. When I draw my last breath, I want to know I'm right with God. Are you living for God the way He wanted you to? In the midst of the darkness this world is going through, is there a light on in your house that only God can see? Come on now. The Lord darkened that world they were in at that moment. The Egyptians could see no light. God was the only one who could see no light. And the Israelites' homes in the Word of God said every one of them had been saved by the darkness and had a light in the house. How is it in your soul this morning? Is there a light on? Is it burning bright for God? Or is there a little shadow in there from time to time? That's why we I got one more verse in closing. As we remember in verse 28, Pharaoh looked at the man he had called for healing 9 times so far. Take these plagues from among us. Remove them from us. Take them from us. Help us, Moses. He's still stuck on the man, knowing that God's behind the man. And he tells the man he's called upon for healing, called upon for help. Many of us say, don't bite the hand that feeds you. You certainly don't want to slap the face and praise for healing in your life. But not only did he do that, he said, don't come in my presence. Don't let me see your face again, because if you lay eyes on me, you're going to die. I'll make sure that you die. I'll take the very life and breath from your body if you ever come back to me. Verse 29, Moses said, thou hast spoken well. I will see thy face no more. They were in the midst of darkness. He couldn't see. And yet Pharaoh had enough faith to say, whenever you take the darkness back with you, like I know you're going to do, because you can't even see to leave Egypt, so God's going to do something in your life for you. When He brings back the light for the rest of us to see, the Lord brings on the just and the unjust alike. So when things shine in your life, they shine in the lives of others. So He told Moses, whenever you get the light back on at home, guess what? You better pray I don't see you. Blessed are they that are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. There have been many of you here that have been talking to folks who won't accept the Word of God. They won't hear the witness. Perhaps even told you to get out of their face, get out of their house, and don't talk to them about God again. Take that Jesus and your Bible and get out. If you've not heard it, I have. It'll come. It'll come. Just like old Pharaoh. A hard heart I can break. The word of the Lord said in Jeremiah, He's the hammer that breaketh the stone into pieces. And every hard heart's going to bow to the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Are you taking Him with you this morning? Are your eyes wide open to the will of God in your life? Do you know what God's wanting to do for you? Has God opened your eyes to see how He's moving, how He's blessing, or perhaps just how He wants to? Anger overtook old Pharaoh to the point that he began to call out the man that healed. Call out the man that healed the plagues of Egypt, so to speak. The only buffer he had between him and God. Cast him out. Told him never to return again. All I can tell you is, he must have found something in that darkness he really couldn't live with. 3 days of darkness will make you do a whole lot of soul searching and a whole lot of thinking. Bet you Pharaoh saw something he couldn't live with, something he didn't like. And all you can see is yourself. Are you proud of the mess you've made? Are you proud of what you've done with you? Are you proud of the fact that many years ago you turned yourself over to God and you let Him do something with you because you had made enough mess of things? The choice is still yours this morning.